On last term, we are discussing about ambiguity due to the precedence of operator. We have considered this example. This example, and string is id plus id into id. These 5 tokens. Identifier. So we start from start symbol E, E plus E, leftmost non-terminal is right side, then leftmost id plus E to E, id plus id into E, and id plus id into id. Second derivation, leftmost derivation, you can see E, E, then again leftmost non-terminal this ln E plus E into E, leftmost E, this is id plus E into E, and id plus id into E, id plus id into id. Now see the syntactic structure produced by these two derivations. We have started from E. First see this. Started with E, E plus E. Then this E is reduced to id, and this E is E asterisk E. This id, this E is id. Here for this E to E asterisk E, this E to E plus E, and this is id, this is id, this is id. See, grammar is same. You are generating same string, but and same leftmost derivation is producing two different syntactic structure. Two different syntactic structure means two different meaning. Just see, suppose it is A plus B into C. A is 2, B is 3, and C is 4. So this ID is A, it is 2, its value is 2. This is 3 and 4. Now evaluate this E, this syntactic structure. So 3 into 4, it is 12 plus 2. Here it will give 14. This syntactic structure 2 plus 3, it will give 5. 5 and 4, it will give 20. Two different meaning of same expression, A plus B into C. This is so we have to remove this ambiguity, because for any expression you must have single value of that expression. So how your parser will generate syntactic structure means correct syntactic structure. For generation of correct syntax ambiguity due to the, actually if you see, multiplication has precedence over addition. Here we are using two operators. One is addition operator, another is multiplication operator. This addition multiplication operator has precedence over addition, but here we are performing multiplication first. Here we are performing addition first, just see, and then multiplication. So we are violating the operator precedence norm. So we are getting two different meaning. So how? So this, why it is so? Because this grammar is ambiguous. In this grammar, operator precedence is not preserved. So we can't use this grammar for generation of syntactic structure, that is for syntax analysis. So what we do, we first remove the ambiguity. Just consider the particular case of this grammar, operator grammar. Suppose a grammar like this. E E and E E E E E ID. You may put direct. Means this grammar will support to generate the expression having addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, mod operator, and to the power, as well as parenthesis. The argument may be identifier, or directly you can supply the number as an argument, and this grammar will support. Now we have to remove the ambiguity from this grammar. If you see, in this grammar we have used several operators. We have plus, asterisk, you may say asterisk. Here you can remove asterisk, division and mod, and to the operator. These are the arithmetic operator on three different precedence level. Okay. We will also consider the associativity of the operator, because if in an expression, we have two or more than two operators having same precedence, then their evaluation order is decided by their associativity. So in that case, we have to consider the associativity also. So what we do, just see, for each precedence label, get all the operator, actually non-terminal will say about a certain language construct. So to decide the evaluation order, we have just divided into three different levels. So we have to introduce three different, that is called non-terminal, to preserve the precedence. Just see, I will just explain. E2 E plus T or E minus T RT. E2 sorry, T. Wait. T2 T into F T by F T in the case of left recursive, because both set of operators are left recursive. Now F is P, right, is recursive to the power F or P, and P is E num and ID. If you consider the previous, so in this, just see, you can perform this operation T, this plus operation or minus operation only when you get T, and T will be produced after completion of this multiplication, division and mod operator, and you can perform this, you can get this, perform this operation related to non-terminal T only if you have the value of F. So F means you have to do this operation after completing. So it will ensure that this F has been generated or not. If you have to the power operator in your expression, then first it will find F and then you can apply for multiplication. Okay, you just see the previous example. Grammar of the previous example is, just remove it. E to E plus E, E into E and ID. So you can change this E to E plus T RT, T to T into F or F to ID. This will be the grammar. And now start from E E to E plus T. Okay. Now next operator is multiplication, then you have to use this T. T means T asterisk F. Okay. And here this E will be reduced to T, T will be reduced to F, FID. This T is reduced to F, F to ID. This F is ID. It will always generate this tree in which plus has lower precedence than multiplication. Okay, just see, we start from E, see the derivation, leftmost derivation, E plus T, leftmost non-terminal, E to T plus T, this T to F plus T, F to ID plus T, and now ID plus T into F. Then next leftmost derivation, ID plus this T to F asterisk F. Next ID plus ID into F. Next ID plus ID into ID. So in this way, so we will discuss more about the ambiguity in the grammar when we will discuss about the various parsing. Okay. Now this is the ambiguity. We have removed the ambiguity. Same example. Now come to the parsing. There are two types of parsing. One is top-down parsing, another is bottom-up parsing. Okay. Top-down parsing means if we are starting from start symbol of the grammar and try to generate the string to be parsed. What we have done in the last case, we have started from start symbol E and generated the string W, that is ID plus ID into ID. In bottom-up parsing, we start from the string and on start symbol of the grammar. Okay. So in this case, we have what we have to do. We have to replace left side of the production to right by its right side. In this case, we have to replace right side of the production by its left side. Okay. We will discuss about, means in top-down parsing, we will discuss about recursive descent parsing. Okay. And another is predictive parsing. It is also called LL parsing. Okay. Non-recursive predictive parsing. The recursive descent parsing is also called predictive parsing, but that is recursive. LL parsing is the again predictive parsing, but it is non-recursive. Okay. Here in bottom-up parsing, we will discuss operator precedence parsing. For particular this operator grammar we have just discussed. And in general, LR parsing that is being used. In LR parsing, we have SLR parsing, canonical LR parsing, LLR parsing in our course. SLR means simple LR parsing, canonical LR parsing, or look ahead LR parsing. Okay. What is meaning of LL and LR? Actually, LL means scanning of input string from left to right for leftmost derivation. LL. First L is scanning of string to be passed from left to right, and second L is for leftmost derivation. And here LR means again scanning of string input string means sequence of token from left to right, but for rightmost derivation. Actually, if you you will see it will produce rightmost derivation in reverse order. Means actually in top-down parsing, we start from start state, then we have, and finally we will get this. So this in top-down parsing it is leftmost derivation, but in bottom-up parsing we will discuss. So we start from this and try to reduce this entire string on start symbol, considering the production of the grammar. We just identify the match of the substring from this. These are the various sentential form. From any of the sentential form, matching one of the one of the right side of the production of the grammar, and we replace it by its left side to get the previous right sentential form of that string. And we just keep on repeating this process up to the instant we are able to reduce entire string to the start symbol of the grammar. Okay, so we'll discuss these two parsing techniques. Now see top-down parsing. Top-down parsing is, you just see this example. We have this grammar with these three production. The string to be passed is ABC. Okay. So we start from start symbol in top-down case, and it is A, B, non-terminal, C. Now next symbol we will get the match A. Okay. We just advance the pointer through which we are tracking the input string. Okay. Now next symbol is B. On the basis of this B, we will select one of the production. Suppose here B is DC and B, and your string is ABC. Then you will not select this, you will select this, and you will get the B. So ABC is the your string is generated. But suppose it is ADC, then this CC, then this B, it will select first, and B is D and C. But if you have ambiguity, here B and here B, so which very production will be considered for replacement by its right side? B should be replaced by its right side. It will select first one. So BC will be selected as in this case, and then it will get the match. After then it has the termination of the string. String is terminated, but there is one more symbols, this C. So your parsing fails because your parser had generated the string A, B, C, C, but the string to be parsed is A, B, C. So what we do? We have to backtrack. Means we have chosen the wrong alternative. So we have to remove this and use try next alternative, replacement of B by B, and you will get the. So this is called backtracking. If we are not getting the match of the substring last character last terminal symbol of the substring with the pointer of the token pointed by the input pointer, in that case we have to backtrack and try for next alternative. If you don't have any another alternative, in that case your parsing fails. That very string doesn't belongs to the language generated by the grammar, and you are not able to generate the syntactic structure. Okay. Similarly, just see. Okay. You can see we have already discussed. Consider the case of operator grammar. We have already discussed the top-down parsing. Sorry. E to E plus E in sorry. ID plus E next ID plus E into E, ID plus ID into E, ID plus ID into ID. This is top down. Okay. Now see bottom up. We start from the string ID plus ID into ID. This is the string, stream of token. Now we find the match of the right side of the production. So we will get here, we scan the string from left to right. So we will get here. we have this production E to ID in the grammar. So this ID is matching with the right side of the production of this gram. So we replace it by its left side. It will become ID asterisk ID. Again, find the match from left. You will get this E asterisk ID. Okay. Okay. Again, find the match. Although you are getting this match, but this is not. We will not consider this. We will discuss why we are not considering and how we can identify that this should not be considered. E plus E into ID. E. C. ID. So you have got this E plus ID into ID. Then you have got E plus E into ID. Then we will not reduce E plus E to E. We will do this. Next is E plus this is E. And now this is the bottom of parsing. We have started from this string to be parsed, means sequence of token, and try to reduce it onto the star symbol. If you see rightmost derivation of this string, it is E plus E, next E plus this will be considered into E, then this will be considered rightmost non-term E plus E into ID, E plus ID into ID, ID plus ID into ID. All are rightmost. In all cases, rightmost non-terminal is considered. Here we have considered this rightmost non-terminal. Here we have considered this rightmost non-terminal. Here we have considered this rightmost non-terminal. Okay. Now see, it is level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6. See, we have started from here. This is this 1. Then we have E plus ID into ID. E plus ID into ID means 2. Then E plus E into ID. E plus E into ID. 3. Then we have E plus E into E. This is 4. Then this is 5. And this is 6. It means if you are able to reduce the string to be parsed on a star symbol, you will get the rightmost derivation in reverse. Okay. Here we have some restrictions, and how we introduce those restrictions in the algorithm, that we will discuss, because at this very junction you have this substring of this sentential form, this substring matching one of the production, E to E plus E. You may reduce it to E, but we are not reducing it. We are just going further to reduce to handle this identifier. Here you can see we are not reducing it to E. If we reduce it to E, it will become E asterisk ID, and next substring will be this. So E into ID, and finally E into E, and it will be E. So if you see this, it is not the rightmost derivation of that string in reverse. So we will not consider. Now we have, in bottom-up parsing, we have to restrict such type of condition due to the ambiguity in the grammar. Okay. So actually, how this parsing is implemented, we use a stack and input buffer. We shift character by character to in search of the substring matching the right side of any of the production. Okay. And if we replace that substring by its left side of the production, you will get previous right sentential form of derivation of that string. So that we will discuss during discussion of bottom-up parsing. But come to the top-down parsing. I have told you we have two type of top-down parser. One is recursive descent parser, where we need backtracking. Recursive descent parser means, suppose there is a production in the grammar A to A, B, C. Sorry, A to B, C, and D. D capital. So B, A, B, D are the non-terminal, C is the terminal symbol. So what we have, B is a non-terminal, and you know non-terminal shows certain language construct. So if in this production you have B non-terminal, so B non-terminal will try to get that language construct. So for that means for each non-terminal we have to introduce a function or procedure. Means we will introduce A, and in which we may call B, then go match for C, then again we may call D. Okay. So just see इसको हम suppose A to A, B, C. So we write a recursive function if IP is equal to A. or you may say not equal to A, in that case, error. You can call the error service routine. Because if you are testing, then first symbol must be A. Else, call advance IP to next character, and next character is B. Now again you have to write the body of B to test the language construct described by B. Okay? So in this way, and finally here you can match the content of input pointer with C, because C is also, after checking this construct, B, it will automatically reaches to okay. So in this way, your recursive, we can write the recursive function to implement recursive decision parsing. But see, if we have production like this, A to A alpha, you just recall the symbol A to A alpha oblique beta. So it will always start A to A, I mean see the string. It will start A alpha, A alpha, A alpha. Means your, if we have such type of production, then your machine enters in infinite loop. It will always select first, and for first option, first alternative as the right side of the production, that is A alpha, and A is again non-terminal, it enters into infinite loop. Okay, so what we have to do, again we have to remove the, this is called left recursion. Okay, अब आगे का नेक्स्ट टर्म पढ़ाया जाएगा, ठीक है ना।